sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Aww. We're live. We're going live. Oh God, I do like having a laugh. I do like having a laugh on streams. Too many people are too serious and boring. Yeah, good afternoon, morning, more to the point. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Gameweek 21 preview. There's your intro, Steve. Setting you up for the stream ahead, yeah? Tell everybody what's going to be happening, and then you can say what the hell you want afterwards. Because everybody knows it's a preview. Everybody knows what you're going to be doing, Steve. Done. No one knows who Steve is. No one cares who Steve is. Let's move on. Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to the... well, I don't really call it a morning show for me. Morning for me is just 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, not 11 o'clock in the afternoon, although officially it is the morning. But to me, this is late. To me, 11 o'clock in the morning's late. I'm normally waking up at... I'm normally going to bed now. What do the Twitch streamers say? Oh yeah, they say this. Welcome everybody joining us, joining me anyway, live this morning. Gameweek 21 finished last night. Already a game week starting tomorrow. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, this quick turnover of events where the football just doesn't seem to stop. We don't seem to be able to get a break whatsoever. Dread FPL here. Naraj, Cybel Emmy, Karma Baby. Hello, Jason. I've already done that, haven't I? Members only. I'm actually... Oh my god. Did anybody, if there are any members here, Anurag, Karma, John, Dread, I did a quick sound check, basically taking the mick really. I just quickly uploaded it to members. That's what people pay the $1.99 for, to hear me making noises like a flaming pig or a cow. Gotta get the vocal levels just right. Just turn the volume button up, that's all you gotta do. It's quite simple, really. John McEwen, yeah. RUK. Good morning. Fantasy World Order is saying, who are you captaining, boss man? I'm not the big boss man, mate. He sadly passed away many, many moons ago. However, me, do you know what? I don't even know I'm captaining this week. Oh, Son. I think I'm going to be going with Son, although last night I find out, or more to the point, he's not quite friend of the show yet, but you never know. Friend of the show, Mr. Ben Dinnery. Hi, guys. Ben Dinnery making the point that essentially Kane is probably going to be out. Well, sorry, more to the point, he was just quoting or retweeting what Tottenham put up, what Mourinho said about Harry Kane. Brilliant. Out for 2 to 3 weeks. Who do I buy? Who the hell do I buy? Andre. I didn't know Andre. Yeah, Andre. Of course he's a member. Of course he is. Of course he bloody is. That's the important thing. Of course Andre's a member of the old thing. Salaire is saying, is Calvert-Lewin a good replacement for Kane? I don't know. That's what I need to do. I need to check. I haven't actually checked myself. To be honest with you, I need to look. I am aware that Everton have got some good fixtures, but I really don't know whether I shall be I've completely lost track what I'm saying. This is the best thing about live streams. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Everton's fixtures, of course. Everton's fixtures, they're supposed to be really good, so I may have to look at it. But my strategy, which doesn't exist, is just a case of picking a striker who's got the best fixture, and I'm potentially looking at Werner against Burnley. My immediate reaction was getting Vardy versus Leeds. Oh yeah, he's injured. And then of course every other striker that's available is like classified as a midfielder. I was thinking Jesus as a one-off punt. Oh wait a minute, I've already got 3 City. Who else was there? Who else was I looking at? Lacazette. Oh, he's up against Man United. So Danny Ings up against Aston Villa. No, so Kane replacements for myself as a 1-week punt. Could be looking at Werner. Yeah, Cavani is someone actually I'm thinking of, to be honest with you. There was another one. That Arsenal fixture I think could be quite tasty. Could be quite tasty, to be honest with you. Hello, Nuclear Atoms. Callum Adobele. Afternoon. Harvey Rudd's here. Callum Odombele is saying, what is your overall rank? I hope you're in the top 100,000. Everybody, for me, wave goodbye to Callum, because I've got some bad news for you. In the words of, what's his name? Bad News Barrett. I've got some bad news for you. I'm 2.5 million, mate. See you later, pal. See you later. Gabriel De Rop saying, this is a perfect week for a captaincy punt. Is it? I don't think it's... I think I think maybe, I mean, what are the likely suspects out there? Salah, Son, Mane. Mane, somebody to look at. Although, ironically, Cy Bellamy, someone that was banging on and on and on about, whatchamacallit, Mane. Who does he decide to get rid of, despite blowing smoke up his backside? Gets rid of Mane. Brilliant. But anyhow, yeah, there's Mane. Chelsea against Burnley. I think it's going to be quite an open game, to be honest with you. I don't know why. Every time we go down to Stamford Bridge, it seems to be goals for both teams. Arsenal, Man United do like an away fixture, and I think that's an okay one, but I don't think captaining Fernandes or Rashford in that is particularly appealing. Man City, obviously, is the obvious massive candidates screaming at us at the moment. Gundogan, Sterling, Cancelo. Well, anybody that captained Cancelo, you got your points this week. He got your points this week. He ain't going to do anything for the next 2 or 3. Get his normal, So, Ahmed. Should I get Son or DCL for this week? It's something that I'm questioning myself. Well, not necessarily Son, but Calvert-Lewin. I'm waiting for him to maybe start producing some form at the moment. Although, like they say, like Andy says, oh yeah, I wanted to do I wanted to do an impression of Andy, but it's past now. Sadly, it is past. Badman's saying, I love that you think Maverick Maneuvers shows bollocks. Is that referring to me, or are you referring to an individual that's in the chat? Badman, let us know. Let us know who you're actually referring to, because I do not go Maverick whatsoever. That's Jason's forte. Jason's the one that goes Maverick. Vince is saying, hello Vince. Hello. Vince, that's a terrible impression of you. That's awful. Apologies. Everyone's going to have 10 million in the bank now with Vardy, KDB and Kane out. Unless you went to a premium player like, Kane in the first place, or KDB or whatever. I know Sai got rid of... Well, no, he kept Kevin De Bruyne, but he brought in Gundogan. So, Sellers saying, did you have any Burnley players when they beat Liverpool? Did anybody have any Burnley players when they beat Liverpool? The answer is no. And even if you did have Burnley players, pretty much, I think they came off the bench, didn't they? I know a lot of other YouTubers had, like, for example, what's his face, Loughton or Taylor. Oh no, Taylor went off injured, didn't he? Yeah, he went off injured. So yeah, there may be the odd person that had it, but yeah, terrible. John McEwen saying, I brought in Cavani for Kane for a 2-3 week run. The problem is, I actually think that someone said on Discord that he gets rested every other game. If Man United had a easier fixture, let's just say for argument's sake, they were away at West Brom, I think the Cavani move would have been really good. But yeah, Dave Lister saying Danny Ings, no, not for me. Not for me. But then again, this is coming from the guy that predicted that Man City would only score 2 goals against West Brom. Wrong. Batman saying it was you thinking about taking a punt on Werner versus Burnley. It's well outside the box. It is outside the box, and I generally am expecting Chelsea to bounce back. I think I agree with James and Suj that on their podcast that they did yesterday / I listened to today, that basically they think, and I agree, that maybe the team that Tuchel put out on Wednesday or whatever day they played, Tuesday, wasn't it? That there's a chance that the team that he plays Sunday could be him looking at all the other players. Nuclear Atom's making the point here as well. Should I take a punt on Werner since Kane is injured, or even bring in Giroud? Yeah. He's had about 5 minutes, hasn't he? He's had about 5 minutes in. And he's got to look at these players in real matches. He's got to study them. Yufun. I have Pulisic and Zuma, and I don't know what... and I don't know what to do. Hopefully they start after a rest. Well, Zuma hasn't been playing for a while, has he? Werner could be the one. Werner double, maybe? I wouldn't captain him, Callum. No. I would not be captaining Werner whatsoever against us, because that scoreline could be... I mean, I'm predicting a quite comfortable victory for Chelsea, personally, myself. But you just don't know, who's going to be starting. I mean, Werner could be benched again. He's been doing absolutely nothing for the past 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 game weeks. So, I wouldn't be... that can't be your real name. Goblin 140. Good morning. Good to catch you live. Goblin. I immediately, Vince... Hey, we're back. I don't know why it just, for some reason, didn't recognise the USB thing. So I'm now going to have to redo that whole joke again regarding Goblin. Here we go. So, Goblin, the second I saw your name, I immediately thought of the joke from The Office. Simply put. So, what's a goblin? Anyway, that went over everybody's head. Notorious saying, do you expect another low-scoring game week? Yeah, off the back of me saying that every game would essentially be a draw last week, going to be low-scoring, and then it turned out to be the highest-scoring game week ever. I'm actually expecting this particular game week to be pretty high. So basically, it's going to be pretty quiet. Our man Dylan, hello. I can show you. Matthew Zaishi's here. He's here. Soler is saying, will Sterling play as Pep loves to rotate him this week? No, he'll be playing all right. Don't you worry about that. Sterling will be playing no matter what. Lloyd AJ is saying, I hope Liverpool lose against West Ham. I don't see it myself, although it is a top... The dread is a top 4 clash. It's a top 4 clash. Think about that. What is it if West Ham beat you, or even now West Ham are ahead of you? No. If West Ham beat you, they could go ahead of you. Oh, that's that. I'm not going to lie, that is pretty painful. But as I said in the members video, Arashun is saying the pain of having Susek on the bench and Al Ghazi coming on in the 83rd minute. Yeah, there's a reason why you chose Al Ghazi though. However, that is a kick in the nuts. That is a kick in the absolute nuts. Soler saying thoughts on Lingard to West Ham. I don't really have an opinion. I really couldn't care less, to be honest with you. It means absolutely nothing to me whatsoever. Lingard going to West Ham. If he couldn't do anything at Man United, and he's what 42. If he couldn't do anything at Man United, then West Ham for me. They've got a dead duck. And at the moment, to be fair, West Ham are performing really, really well. Is he going to fit into the team? Is he going to slot right in there? I have no idea. What is it saying? It was here. Andre saying, if you bench Susek, you deserve everything you get. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't know. Callum saying, when are you using your second wildcard? Your thoughts on upcoming game week? Members, Hey, we're back. This is not even technology. This is physical technology. This is actually hardware, not software. How bizarre. How bizarre. Yeah, Celeste saying I transferred out Susek for Gundogan. Actually, I did exactly the same. Well, I didn't specifically do that. I had a... again, I spoke about a members video, but basically I did a wild card and I had a choice of either Susek, Barnes and Diaz, essentially triple City defence, or go with Cancelo, Stones, Gundogan, but have Maddison as well. And I actually had, you know who, Maddison and Gundogan. And I think, I don't know specifically how it's backfired on me whatsoever, but I don't know. Lax Praven's here. Gary Howden is saying, my baby Hungmin's son, see what I've done there? Clever, innit? Has had me up since 6 a.m. feeding him, and see Steve live on air. It's ideal. This is ideal, is it? It's ideal. It's ideal seeing me. Thank you, but feeding it. What time is it? Where are you, Gary? Well, if you're at 6 a.m., you're what? America? Maybe? Because Australia and that lot are ahead of us, so... Roseanne. Hey, Roseanne. Florida. Wow, so I was right. I'm actually right for once. Boo is saying I've got to love the impromptu. This isn't impromptu. I actually scheduled it at 3:30 this morning. So this technically isn't an impromptu stream. So Roseanne is saying, how will you prepare yourself for double games 26-27? Already have. The teams which are pretty much guaranteed, within reason guaranteed, the double game weeks have already got their players. Already in. And I don't trust a lot of teams anyway. I think a lot of the teams are absolutely useless. So it's just a case of how you have, whatchamacallit, how you get in the players which are performing well, or more to the point, the players that are brought in, which one will be the one in form. James Paling, I have a live school lesson soon. Please can you start the predictions? No. Can't be bothered, mate. I'll do what I want. Come back on the replay. Stuff ya. Nuka Adams is saying, I really can't decide who to replace Kane with. There aren't many good options left. I know. Well, again, without wanting to go over myself, I have no personal opinion so far. I need to kind of make a judgment myself. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't really need to upgrade anywhere at the moment. I think my team's fine. Maybe go Watkins if you want to get a downgrade or something. If you can call it a downgrade. Roseanne is saying, show us your team on screen, mate. No. These requests, you've got to do what people do. You've got to do predictions because James Pellin is at school at the moment, or he's about to go to school, despite the fact it's 11 in the morning. Could be in America. So, remember I told you yes, of course. WrestleMania tickets and COVID ruined it. Yeah, I bet you can't wait for that. Goldberg in the WrestleMania main event. Absolute rubbish. Absolute nonsense. James, why are you, if you're supposed to be going to school, what is this? Oh, it's all online. Let's show my team. Let's show it for. We'll give a 10-second countdown and then we'll just get on with the predictions, shall we, lads? So then people can copy what I'm doing. Oh, that guy's got my players. That's what people are doing it for. Oh, let me see if this guy's gonna have the same players as me. Oh, fool. There we are. That is the team in full. Areola, Stones, Cancelo, Justin, Fernandez, Salah's son, Maddison. I was about to say Mercedes. Who's Mercedes? Gundogan, Kane, and Antonio. Yeah, let's copy Steve-O. We'll copy it. There we are, done. There we are, done and done. What's this here? Cy Bellamy's saying this is a tough game week upcoming. That's not. Every game week's tough, Cy. Apart from for you. Vince, if you want to come live on air, crack on, mate. If you want to come live on air, I need to set it all up, mine. Jump in the Discord, mate. Come on. What was it the other day? Some guy called Seb on Golf came on, and I was just like, who? Not a clue. Apparently came in the Discord or something the other day. The main thing is, did he promote on his channel though? That's what you've got to be concerned about. That's what you've got to be concerned about. I don't just love it on streams when people write in block capital letters because they're desperate. Desperate for you to answer their questions. What does Andy always say on his stream? Andy always says words to the effect of, it doesn't matter how many times you're going to write it, I'm not going to answer you. Brilliant. I think it's fantastic. I think it's golden. Roseanne's saying, where are you placed in your group in the Elite Champions League? To be honest, I don't actually know, because I don't really use this laptop. It's not in a situation where I can use it. My phone doesn't allow me to access proper websites. Don't ask. Just don't bother asking. It's a pointless conversation that I don't need to talk about, but basically I can't really check. All I know is that I believe I'm second. I think I'm second. I can't think, but I think I lost out to Vish, because I needed because he had only Salah last night, I believe, and I was like 7, 8, 9 points behind, and I needed my players Son and Kane to do something, but unfortunately I've completely lost track of what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I needed Son and Kane to do something, and of course we all know what happened there. The sus. God, people are getting angry. Let's get Vince to take the mick out of them. Hold on a minute. Let's get Vince on. Just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's get Vince on air. See what Vince has to say. Hello, Vince.
Hello.
Hey. Calm down.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hello, mate. People are desperate for us to get on with the predictions, Vince. They're basically screaming at me, going, "Come on, Steve-O, do it." But before you answer that, a nice comment here. But I've got an answer to this. A Max saying, Steve, I believe Jason needs to hook you up with a better streaming station. I really like your content. Well, I've got some bad news for you, mate. I essentially can't really do it. It's nigh on impossible for me to get a setup like Jason, unless you're willing. If anybody's willing to donate to the channel, £700, by all means. Until then, I can't do anything. So I can't do anything. So unless someone's willing to donate £700, I'm putting it out there now. This will get the video banned. Can't be begging on YouTube. In fact, I'm sure you'll appreciate this, Vince. It's when Steve Merchant on the XFM shows says, "Are we allowed to beg live on air?" And Ricky Gervais goes, "No, I think that's against the rules. That could get us taken down." So essentially, having Jason set up costs a lot of money, and I don't have that money basically. So you're gonna have to put up with this. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter what setup you got, as long as you have fun on the stream. Isn't that the main thing, Vince?
Yes, exactly, mate. Exactly. Just crack me up.
The main thing is, if you enjoy the content, that's the important thing. Good day. What you've already said.
What was that? Your gone in 60 seconds move? I like that.
I beg your pardon, Vince? What do you mean?
You were doing the two fingers. Let's go.
I've never seen Gone in 60 Seconds, mate. I don't have a clue what the reference is, I'm afraid. Sorry, mate.
Oh, okay.
That's complete. Like a lot of the things that you send me, I'm just like, I don't know what you mean. Vince, we're here to talk about Game Week 21. We're here to predict. People are now going to be loving the fact that they get to hear what you and I and many others are thinking are going to be how the games are going to go. Cy Bellamy is saying, oh my goodness, this game week's really difficult. It's going to be really tough to choose who to have on. But I think this could be quite a entertaining game week myself.
No, definitely. It would definitely be entertaining. There's a lot of differentials to come into play now and 3 heavy hitters out. So people are going to go in different directions, basically. So there can be some high scores and some low scores.
Absolutely.
And it's going to go off again.
I've deliberately pinned Denver's message. This is... I mean, do you know what? Stuff it, Denver. You're going to have to become a member to find out. I will address that in a members video. Okay? So there we are. There's a members video. It's all about the pinned message at the top of the chat. So appreciate that, Denver. Thank you for the kind words. Vince, mate, it sounds like you're near a waterfall.
Oh, really? Okay.
All I can hear is...
Oh.
It doesn't matter. It's just occasional. It's not a continuous thing. But let's crack on with the predictions, Vince. We don't want to be here all day. We're all here for fun and games and everything. But we all kick off with the games at hand. And again, I'm just going to save this all for a members video. This is what I'm going to do. Plug the members stuff so people. $1.99. Did you hear the sound check by any chance, Vince? I don't know if you... It doesn't matter.
No, we were in the Hangouts before you went on. And then we were like, okay, you're on now.
I was just wondering if you could get it up on your phone or something. Just it's only like 20 seconds long. Hello, Madeline. Yeah, I was just wondering if you'd have it on your phone. It doesn't matter.
I'm terrible with technology, mate.
Yeah, I doubt you're as bad as me, but... Yeah,
I think we'd have a game on trying to get a computer working together.
I'm just laughing at the comments that are coming through because it's interesting enough. I've been watching this Twitch streamer, not on Twitch. He uploads his stuff. He uploads his interviews on YouTube, but he's basically a death metal agency guy who basically books tours and everything, and I love their attitude on Twitch. It's an avenue that I've actually seriously considered exploring for myself. It just seems like a lot of fun, Twitch. I don't know much about Twitch or anything, but I do like the attitude of a lot of Twitchers, which is essentially just have fun on streams, just make it entertaining, make it for people to enjoy. When they come in and sit down and want to listen in, you're entertaining them, Vince.
Exactly. That's what I love about you and your streams, both of you. It can go off on tangents. I mean, it's whatever's in your head seems to come out. It's brilliant.
Right then, let's just kick on. Let's just kick on with this particular game. We can all kick off tomorrow. That's a question for you, Vince. This quick turnaround of matches, do you enjoy it, or do you just think, just give us a break for 30 seconds, please?
No, I personally am loving it. I mean, it's catching people out, and then people who are concentrating on the game can make some games on people who don't even know this Kane news now, and they'll wake up and go, "Oh, Kane's out! What? I didn't even set my team up." So yeah. I'm loving it.
Do you think he's out, or do you go on with...
Oh, no, Kane's out. I mean, all right, what happened? You obviously didn't watch the game last night.
Unfortunately, I did. I haven't seen any highlights or anything, so talk to us about what happened with Kane, please.
So, well, basically, Kane got his ankle kicked somewhere around the 20th minute or something, and everyone went, "Oh no, Kane, I hope you're okay." And then he got up and he was fine. He walked it off, and then he got his other ankle kicked. And now Mourinho said, "Oh yeah, he's done both of his ankles in. He's definitely going to be out for a couple of weeks." So, I mean, we were just talking about it in the Hangouts that he might have to get a Stenner stair lift to get up the stairs because he can't use his ankles anymore.
Well, okay, interesting. So he's definitely out then. So that's a no game sets, mind game playing whatsoever. Regarding injuries, of course, Everton have now got all their players back. Everton versus Newcastle, Vince, I think this is going to be, it should be, it's the usual lines, what I come out with all the time, it should be a walkover. Newcastle are useless. Everton have got enough strike power to be able to score a minimum of 3 goals in this particular fixture. However, Newcastle are defensively solid. Reality being is that I'd like to think that Everton will do a professional job here, and I'm expecting 2-0. 2-0, Vince? What do you think?
Right, every time I notice when you do the predictions first is exactly what I was going to say. I was saying that. I bet he's going to say 2-0. Yeah, I agree, 2-0.
You're going 2-0. James Palin is going 2-0. Karma Baby saying 3-0. Bruce to be sacked after this game. The worst team in the league by a country mile. I don't know where they got their 19 points from. It's essentially playing a 5-4-1 formation or even a 6-3-2 formation. It's pathetic, but that's how they get it. Gunner Girl is saying that Steve Bruce is going to get sacked, and there's a lot of people saying. Oh, I like that from Nuclear Atoms. It's a 10-0 formation. Yeah, it is a 10-0 formation. To be honest with you, I do think I'm actually saying 2-0. Andre is saying 4-0. I'm expecting this, like I said, 2-0. So where we go. So Vince, we'll do it in. I'll give you a go. I have my go, etc., etc. So, but you'll go next. We've got Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Now it's one of 3 o'clock kickoffs. But guess what, Vince? I have to work every day at 3 o'clock. I have to start work at 4:45, 4:45 in the morning, every day, no matter what. And yet the one day that there's actually football matches on at 3 o'clock, guess what, Vince? I've been asked to do an afternoon where I finish at 3:30. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You cannot make this garbage up. So yeah, so I'll be able to watch the second halves. We'll be able to listen in or whatever to the second halves of what's going on. But yeah, Crystal Palace being the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs tomorrow. Go for it, Vince. What are you expecting this particular fixture? Crystal Palace versus Wolves.
This is quite a tough one, actually. I'm not sure how Wolves are away from home, but I just got a sneaky feeling Palace will win this 1-0.
1-0. Yes. Wolves, as I always say, they just cannot score at the moment. You've got Crystal Palace, who can't score. Wolves, of course, got a very respectable 0-0 versus Chelsea. Did you see that game by any chance, Vince?
I don't watch Chelsea. They put me to sleep every time I try to watch those guys.
Okay, fair enough. That's a fair enough. They apparently played very well for the first 15 minutes when they just died off. You got Nuke Ram saying 1-1. Lex Praven saying 1-0 Crystal Palace like you. Cole saying 1-0 Palace. Karma maybe 1-1. Denver saying 0-0. We got someone with a specific prediction here saying, it's James Palin in fact, saying 0-0 with a Riedewald red card. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go a 0. I'm agreeing with James Palin here. I'm going to go with a 0-0 myself. Now then, on to the game in which a lot of people are seriously thinking of captaining Cancelo. I've just seen an individual here saying they're going to captain Cancelo again. LMAO. You've then got players like Gundogan, Sterling, maybe Diaz, maybe Stones in this particular fixture. Man City, for you, Vince, is there a chance that you could be captaining someone in this particular fixture?
Yeah, I've got my captain and vice-captain in this fixture. I've got the vice on Cancelo. I just think with Cancelo is I've never seen a player get double-digit haul 2 game weeks in a row. So that I'm always put off by that, assuming they can't do it 2 weeks in a row. But potentially, I mean, he does it every game. He puts it on the plate for someone. Mahrez had a chance the game before. He really is like a midfielder, so I can see the logic in it.
And you're expecting Cancelo to come up with another double-digit haul, are you?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm really not, because the project doesn't work like that for me anyway. I can't see that happening 2 game weeks in a row.
So who are you captain? And sorry, you said vice captain Cancelo.
I put it on Gundogan.
So despite the fact that you've just said to the audience,
Right, exactly.
you expect Gundogan to turn up again, do you? I'm
Well,
not doubting this. I'm not.
I'm not been bringing him in for that fact that he can't do it. He can't do this every week. Can't do it every week. Like 8 game weeks in a row now. How long can I say that?
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, I've got it on Gundogan.
So
Same thing with Sam. Really, he can't blank 7 game weeks in a row. Surely.
So how many goals are you expecting City to score against Sheffield United, and what specifically the score do you think it will be?
Did you want to go first? Or
No, it's your turn, my friend. I don't want to be copying you. I don't want to be seen as cheating.
No, I did the Palace one the last time.
Yeah, you did, mate. Well, there we have it, everybody. Vince has opened up and said the truth being that it was actually my turn, so he can't blame me if I copy his result. Man City versus Sheffield United. We got Tavald saying that was referring to the Crystal Palace game. So Cole saying 3-0 City. Boo saying 3-0. Matthew Zaishi 3-0. Kandekar saying 6-0 to City. As I said last week, I can't see Man City scoring more than 3 or 4 goals. However, I said that last week, that I can't see more than. In fact, I specifically predicted, because Jason captained Sterling, I specifically said it'd probably end up 1-0 with a Sterling penalty. I'm probably agreeing with the guys here. I'm going to go 3-0 Vince to City.
We should do them at the same time. 3-0, I agree.
We're all going 3-0. Lax Pravens, though, saying 2-1. Newcastle 4-0, utter destruction from Man City. Cole saying, I'm captaining Diaz, it's his turn. Yeah. If you like your patterns and everything, go for it. Roseanne is saying Sheffield United will score 1 goal and destroy City's double clean sheets. It's about time for this. Well, we all thought that about Man United. We all thought that Sheffield United would be there to be taken apart, and they weren't. They actually came out on top. So, is there a chance of a repeat result? No, Man City are too good for Sheffield United. We then had a BBC game, of course, taking place on the final 3 o'clock kickoff. It is West Brom versus Fulham. Go for it, Vince. What are you expecting this particular fixture after West Brom getting absolutely annihilated by by Man City? Sorry.
Oh man, poor Sam Allardyce. I don't know what's happening there with that team, but I mean, they're at home, so they usually concede 5. So I can see this being a Fulham win, to be honest, or a draw. But I'll go 2. Can West Brom score though? I'll say 2-0 Fulham.
West Brom can score, but at home they've been getting absolutely shallakins at the moment. Mr. A going 1-0 West Brom. Max saying 1-1 Fulham, 2-0 Fulham, 3-1. Om is saying 2-1 Fulham. Matthew Ozaji 0-0, 1-0 Fulham. I'm in that camp of I think that West Brom are just going to shut up shop. Fulham are going to shut up shop. They're going to be happy with the point, and I'm expecting this to end up being a drab 0-0, despite Fulham looking good. But they've had, I don't know how many draws they've had in a row now, but they've been getting some solid results, but it's not enough, I don't think, to be pulling them away from the... Are
you able to predict something that's not a draw?
The thing is, it's like a lot of people say, a lot of these games are very, very tough, although... To be fair, I've only predicted 2 draws today. I said Everton 2-0, Crystal Palace 0-0, Man City 3-0.
And then you just copied it, yeah.
West Brom 0-0. So, yeah, it's a very good point. I mean, we've got Arsenal, Man United next. It's your team. It's the 5:30 kickoff. Vince, what are you expecting from Man United after losing to Sheffield United away at Arsenal?
Jesus Christ. It's me and Jason versus Dan this week. And I love Dan, but I don't want him to be happy after this week. I mean, but I don't know. This one is a very tough one to call. I think it'll be low scoring. I hope someone gets the win. And Michael Oliver apparently is the referee who just is anti-football. He hates all the clubs. So I could see it being a 1-0, a penalty, maybe Fernandes. 1-0 Man United. But that's with my goggles on.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really, really tough. We've got a lot of, well, I say a lot, it's just the same individual, James Palin, repeating himself over and over again, saying 2-2. Boo is saying 2-2. Mr. A, 2-2. A lot of 2-2s here. We've got Denver saying 3-2 United. A few more sensible predictions, I think. Not that I'm suggesting those people aren't sensible, but a match saying 1-1, Andre saying 1-1, Arsenal 2-1. You can't see many goals in this, can you, Vince? You're saying 1-0 to United. I think Arsenal are no mugs. They have every opportunity to get something out of this particular fixture. Man United, on the other hand, perform excellently away from home, and that's why I personally think that you lot will just edge this, just 2-1. But it is going to be... oh, what a shame. What a shame Aubameyang maybe out. I don't think that's a problem whatsoever. I think that Arsenal seem to be playing more better without Aubameyang. I think they got more... They seem to be playing with a bit more, I don't know, they seem a bit more freer without the shackles on. I don't know what it is, Aubameyang playing this season with Arsenal. I'm probably speaking absolute nonsense, which I normally do, but I just find with certain...
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I just find that certain teams with certain players in their team hold a lot of players back, and I think it's the same for Arsenal, that Aubameyang is just not performing at the moment, and he's just getting his place for the sake of having his place, and I just think some particular players aren't happy with that whatsoever, and then when the players that come in to replace him have their opportunity, they actually perform really, really well, and I think that a lot of people appreciate that, and they perform themselves. So yeah, so you're going 1-0 United, I'm going 2-1 United. Now, the evening kickoff, the 8 o'clock one, Southampton versus Aston Villa. I think this could be. Cheers, Relic. Relic's agreeing with me, Vince, so I've got something right there. Southampton Aston Villa could be a really, really entertaining game, Vince, here. Southampton are pretty solid defensively, despite losing 3-1 to Arsenal the other day. Aston Villa, of course, coming off the back of a fantastic 3-2 victory to us, Burnley. These could cancel each other out, to be honest with you, ending up 1-1, 0-0, something like that. We got a lot of people in here predicting results as we go through them. We've got the usual story here of 1-0 to Southampton, Gabriel de Rop is saying. You've got Mirza saying 1-1, Mr. A 0-0, 2-1 Villa, James Palins, 2-0 Southampton, 2-1 Saints, 3-3. 4-0 Ravimbo is saying. 3-1 Aston Villa, Nuclear Atoms, Denver saying 3-0. I can't see Aston Villa scoring more than one goal in this game. I'm sorry to say this, Vince. I'm sitting on the fence again. I know this sounds crazy, but I've gone win, draw, win, and now I'm following up by a draw. There's a pattern, everybody. I'm expecting this to be 1-1, Vince.
Well, I'm looking at this game as the game of the day so far. I think this is going to be a brilliant game, and I'm going to go the total opposite way, and I think it's going to be 3-2 either way.
3-2 either way?
Yeah, I'm thinking they're both definitely going to get 2 goals in this game. If anything, you should put that bet on Steve this week.
So despite the fact that, yes, Aston Villa like to play attacking football, yes, Southampton like to play attacking football, they're both pretty solid defensively. Okay, ironically, both teams conceded 3 goals during the week, but they're no mugs, Aston Villa defensively, and nor is Southampton. I can just see them just almost cancelling each other out, but the fact that Southampton play a higher line, would it play into Grealish, Barkley and Watkins, favour?
Priori.
I have no idea, but I think this is going to be a lot tighter than a 3-2, another game with 5 goals in it for Aston Villa.
Yeah, exactly. 2 in a row.
Well, talking of games which isn't going to have 5 goals in it, I'm expecting 4 goals in it. I'm expecting Chelsea-Burnley to be a very open game. I think this could be a very open game indeed. Vince, I've completely lost what order we're going in, so I'm going to allow you to go first. Chelsea up against us. What are you thinking on this particular fixture?
All I'm thinking about is this is when I get my Sunday nap. So I'll probably wake up just before the Leicester Leeds game. But prediction-wise, apparently they were saying in the chat or in the Discord before that Chelsea usually score a lot of goals against Burnley. So I'll go 3-0 Chelsea. Maybe 3-1. Yeah, give you guys a goal. 3-1.
Christian is saying Burnley can't defend. I don't know where you get that notion from. And Chelsea don't lose the ball. I don't know where you get that from. James Payne, when I say an open game, I mean in the sense of Chelsea are just going to dominate us. A bit like what Christian is saying here about Chelsea not losing the ball. They're going to just dominate, and with the quality of players, they're going to be able to split through us and be able to get quite a few goals here. You got a match saying 1-1 or 2-1 Chelsea. James Payne and 1-0 Chelsea. Torvald saying 3-0 to the Blues. Andre saying 1-0 Chelsea. A lot of 1-0, 3-0s here. I'm expecting us to score though. I'm thinking we could get a goal in this game. I'm going 3-1 to Chelsea, Vince. I really do think Werner could, because I don't know what it is. We always seem to fall apart against quote-unquote world-class players, and Werner used to be one of those players, someone that could score against anybody. So,
world-class,
yeah. I do always underestimate Burnley, Andre. I do.
Yeah, but I think everyone else does, and I think maybe you could even win this 2-1. I mean, like, you've beaten Liverpool, you've beaten Aston Villa. These are really good teams.
You say we beat Liverpool. We essentially were lucky to get a penalty at the death. That's the reality of the situation. We were holding on for a 0-0, and we were lucky to come out with a 1-0 victory. But
they shouldn't have fouled you in the box. I mean,
yes, that's true. I mean, I'm expecting Chelsea, because it's at home, that they should be okay.
How much preparation has this team had? I mean, the guy just came in 3 days ago. He doesn't know who the players. I mean, he's put a back five in the last game. I don't even know if he knows the whole team's names yet.
No, he probably doesn't, but they're professional footballers at the end of the day. They're world-class players, and up against a team like us. Didn't you beat Chelsea 1-0? We did, again, thanks to the fact that someone got sent off who was it? Xhaka that got sent off in that game? Or Torreira, I can't remember now, but Xhaka or whoever got sent off in that game, and that's how we won 1-0 thanks to a... What was it?
Aubameyang header. It was like a brilliant header, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, the own goal. Yeah, from a set piece, of course, yeah. Greetings from Dubai, Robert. Dubai, the cursed city. The fact that you're able to train in gyms, the fact that this whole horrible virus hasn't hit your area whatsoever. It's very frustrating when I see good old Larry Wills and the various other people training in that specific gym. The world's greatest gym. Shut up. Leicester versus Leeds, Vince. This will be an open game. Hold on a minute. Hold on. We've got a celebrity in chat, Vince. Can you guess who it is? It's not Sebon Golf, whatever his name is.
No, go ahead.
It's Nick Treadwell.
Whey!
Nick Treadwell, the man doing so well in the Invitation League. Morning, pal. Welcome. You can clear off now. We don't want to hear you about how well you're doing. By the way, Vince,
yes, mate.
I don't even know where you are ranked. Where are you genuinely ranked? I don't actually know. Because whenever you come in with Jason, I think to myself, where is this guy ranked?
Well, I had a good game week last week, so I was like 700k. I was always around the million mark, but then I've just gone down to 320k. So that's good.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Vincent, McDonald's thankfully doesn't exist in my life, basically, so I haven't eaten McDonald's for, what is it now, coming up to 2 months. I think I said it in a members video, about the fact that I couldn't get into a McDonald's the other day because they don't allow people into the building. It's just ridiculous. But anyhow, Leicester versus Leeds. We've got a few people here. Gabriel Derop saying 4-1. Andre saying 4-1. Leicester 2-0. Shinik saying Ashith saying 3-1 Leicester. Denver saying 3-1 Leicester. Om saying 2-1. Basically, Leicester to win this comfortably. Vince, what do you think on this particular fixture, Leicester versus Leeds?
Do you want to go first, or should we?
No,
I'm thinking.
No, you're the guest. You take it away.
Okay, I would say a professional job. I don't know how Leicester are going to get the goals, but Maddison or Barnes, I assume. They play
Perez.
Perez. No, he'll be the striker. So I don't know if he's any good in that position or whether or not he'll get any touches. But I just think it'll be a professional 2-0. Leeds. I think Leeds on a slump, and I'd be very cautious about owning their players at the moment.
Yeah, they for me have not really impressed me much over the last few weeks. Struggled against, who was it, Crawley, that they went out to in the FA Cup. They lost whatever it was, 2-0, 2-1, something I can't specifically remember now, but they've not been doing that great in the Premier League. I agree with you, a professional job. Leicester are very, very good defensively as well, and I think they're going to keep Leeds out with their struggles in front of goal. Hello, FPL Focus. Hello, mate. I'm expecting this to be, as you said, a professional 1 or 2-0. I'll go 1-0. I think 1-0 to Leicester. Maybe
you can play 2-0 if you want.
Maybe Perez coming through with a goal, maybe, because I don't know why he does like to score against teams that like to be a bit open, and I think Perez could be a good shout. In fact, if Perez was classified as a striker, I may consider bringing him in. Unfortunately, he is a defender. Now, this is the big one. Some people have actually mentioned Salah potentially could be a great captaincy this particular game week. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how well they performed last night. Vince, maybe you could tell us more. But yeah, West Ham versus Liverpool, Vince. How did Liverpool look last night? And are you tempted by Salah captaincy?
No, I mean, Salah, no. I'm staying clear from Salah. But I mean, Liverpool did look very good yesterday. Tottenham played on the counter. Had they had a goal ruled offside in the first couple of minutes, Kane to Son, and then he was literally a few inches offside, so that got chalked off. I mean, Liverpool just held the ball all game. They kept pushing Tottenham back, so Tottenham could hit them on the break, but they just seemed like to do some Sam Allardyce long ball, get it up to Son very fast, and they didn't have the accuracy. But Liverpool kept pushing them back. Trent looked good the last game. So it was Robbo and Salah who did nothing the game, and it was Mane and Trent who got all the points. So the players that no one actually has. So that was good. I don't know about Liverpool. I'm still reserved, so I wouldn't go in on Liverpool personally yet. This game, West Ham, I've got 3 West Ham in this game as well because of this Kane injury. So I have to play Creswell and Souček, and I can't see a clean sheet in this game. So I don't know. This is a very tough one to call, to be honest. It could be a 1-1, something like that. I'll say 2-1 West Ham.
Liverpool's thinking. Shrek's thinking Liverpool win 3-1. Boo is saying 2-2. West Ham 2, Liverpool 3. Notorious is saying. FPL Focus regarding Perez. He should be getting match sharp again for that particular fixture. Yeah, absolutely. FPL Focus saying there's no Henderson. Oh, really? There's no Henderson. Is that right, Vince?
I have no clue. But he played last night. He played in defence. So I don't know if he's out now.
FPL Focus is a decent source, so I'd like to believe that he's telling the truth. So that's interesting. Vincent's saying 3-2 as well, but to Liverpool 2-0. A match is saying, she's saying 3-0 Liverpool. I agree with Mr. A. Antonio is going to be tormenting that Liverpool defence. I think
he looks like he's going to get a lot of goals soon. That's all I'm saying about Antonio. He had 4 goals the last game. He's incredible.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to give it in Liverpool's favour, and it's going to be that classic line of 2-1 to Liverpool. Just. But
do you predict the scorers, or do you not think anyone who's going to score?
No, after Flaming Time, we just get swayed by the old fantasy football bias towards who will score, And I have no real direct opinion who I think will be scoring this particular fixture. I never do, but what I will say is that I think it's just going to be a tight game, and I think that I don't think it's going to be too easy for Liverpool whatsoever. I think it's going to be exciting though, and I am going to be able to watch the game, which is good. It's on Sky Sports. I'll be able to watch some games this particular game week, which is excellent. I'll be watching the Man City game, which is cool. I'll be able to actually see Man City.
You're not rushing back for that West Brom Fulham game then?
God no.
Bart Simpson.
Absolutely not, no. We finally move on to the game in which, once again, I think this could be a game in which Tottenham should score a lot of goals. Brighton do like to play football. I think that could fall into Spurs' hands. I don't think this Kane injury is going to do anything to Tottenham whatsoever. In fact, if anything, I think potentially this could make them a bit more exciting. I think that Son always seems to step up by all accounts when Kane is out the team. And do you know what, Vince? I think Spurs are going to get through this. I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs. Here's a prediction. Son to get a double-digit haul. I didn't say 2 goals, just a double-digit haul. What do you think, Vince?
Oof, there's 2 sides on this for me because they're going to want Mourinho's going to want a reaction, so he'll be shouting at them on the team bus. I don't know if they were at home, so there was no bus yesterday, but he would have kept them in the dressing room. The psychology of this for me is like he's going to want a response, so they're going to have to go. But who's going to respond for him? I mean, I don't know if it's not Kane to Son. How did they get their goals? And obviously, you didn't watch the Liverpool match in which when Kane went off at half time, they just had no attacking threat at all. Son looked like he could have been sitting on the bench. So I don't know how they get their goals. They look really null and void of ideas and stuff. But I think this is going to be a low-scoring one. It's going to be a very tough game. Like Brighton, I think, are going to play out from the back, and Tottenham are going to find it hard to get the ball off them. So I think it might be one goal wins it here. So I'll say 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Hello, BC. Who to captain? There's a question on everybody's mind. No one has a clue. Denver saying 4-0 to Spurs. No. Toval saying 3-1 Spurs. Shenrik agreeing with you that Spurs struggled without Kane in the second half of the match, saying 3-0 to Spurs. Nuclear Atom's making a point. Will Son play as a striker, or could Jose put faith in Vinicius? There's no chance Vinicius is starting that game. No chance whatsoever. Aksheef is saying Fernandes is a good captaincy option this particular game. Yes, he is. Kant saying 2-0 to, I'm assuming Spurs. Matthew Zaishi 3-1 Spurs. Vincent 3-0. FPL Focus is going with you, Vince. He's saying he's going to go with captaining Gundogan. Can you give FPL Focus confidence that you're both going to be celebrating together?
I would just say focus, mate. It should be all right. I'm a bit nervous on it because really, how many game weeks can he keep producing it? But to be fair, watching him the last game, he looks amazing. They seem to always be looking for him. Seems to be the man in form in terms of in front of goal. Anywhere around that box, outside the box, his accuracy is brilliant. It's going to be on free kicks, penalties. I mean, there's so many avenues for him to get points, and they're the most attacking team in the league. So he's going to get like 5 to 6 chances to get you something. Game. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It's a solid pick, and if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. But I don't think it's a mistake.
No, it's not. And for anybody, I say anybody joining us late, I'm going to be going, but I'll be doing a members only video. In fact, Vince, would you like to join me on a members only video?
I would love to, mate.
There we are. There's the answer. Me and Vince are going to do a members only video in about 5 minutes time. My team, just for anybody that has just joined us. Here we go. Up on screen at the moment, I'm going with Areola in goal, Stones, Cancelo, Justin, Fernandes, Salah, Son, Maddison, Gundogan, Kane and Antonio. I genuinely have no idea who I am captaining whatsoever, although I think I don't know. I'll discuss it with Vince
It's a very nice team, though, you've got, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So it's a wild card team at the end of the day. I've gone with the teams which I believe are the only teams in form in the league at the moment. It's a shame about the Kane, injury last night, but we can find out who I'm going to go with on that. And on that note, everybody, Vince, thanks for joining us. I'll speak to you in 2 seconds.
Pleasure, mate.
Cheers, dude. There's Vince just joining me for 30 seconds. So essentially, Denver, if you're going to be watching this on the replay, me and Vince will be talking about your pinned message. I can assure you now. But yeah, cheers everybody for joining myself and then Vince on this Game Week 21 prediction show. Hopefully everything goes well this particular game week. I'm bloody well hoping so. And me and Vince are now going to do a members only stream. Other than that, it's the usual story. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you're completely brand new around here, enjoy what myself and Jason do, hit the subscribe button. Join the Discord. The link is in the description. Discord is just quite essentially a forum. It's a forum for many, many light-hearted managers and FPL fans to talk all things fantasy football. Not just fantasy football, but anything, really. It's all a lot of fun. And follow us on Twitter at Elite FPL. And, of course, on Instagram, where Dan apparently does he does the odd live video here or there talking about Arsenal, basically. So if you are on Instagram at Elite FPL. Other than that, everybody, cheers for joining us, and we will see you soon. Say goodbye, Vince. There we are.
Goodbye, Vince.